Well, hello, 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 everyone. How are you today on this fine Friday afternoon? I'm doing well. Trying to stay cool and dry and cool. One of the two, both. Yeah, it's hot, it's humid. Yesterday it rained bucket loads. I mean, it was coming down sideways yesterday. It's supposed to rain again today, or we have a good possibility of rain again today. But it is still humid. Humidity is still there. So I guess it might not rain until in the middle of the night. I don't know. There's a chance all day long, but the possibilities increase overnight. So we shall see. Anyhow, hopefully it cools off a little bit after that. That would be really nice. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, tomorrow is the important one because tomorrow Angie and I are going to a fiber festival. Mm-mm-mm. Well, uh, I look up tomorrow's weather and it says 78 and I see a lightning cloud. Please don't be storming. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. That would not be fun if it's storming tomorrow. Rain tonight, maybe tomorrow morning? I don't know. I don't know. Let's hope for the best, right? Let's hope for the best. Anyhow, Angie is not going to be here today. She had to go do something, take Nate's girlfriend home or something. I don't know. But she's not going to be here. So it's just me today, folks. It's just me. So aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? You got me. Okay? Oh boy. Anyhow, that's the way it goes. That's the way the ball bounces. Okay, so who's here? Who's hanging out today? Who's gonna hang out with us? Let's see. First person who was here was Dawn. Hello, Dawn. And then Judy popped in. Hello, Judy. Sherry's here, and Kathy, and Michelle. I think that's all of you that I see right now. Okay, I gotta find the video. This is a video tutorial for what we're gonna make today. If you saw the thumbnail, they're super cute. They're just like little mini beanies. They're mini beanies. They're so cute. So we're gonna make us some Christmas ornament beanies. Okay. So I went and I gathered up some hand-dyed yarns. These are all hand-dyed. And these are all mini hanks. This one I got at a yarn festival from Frogget Yarns. These are all DK weight, so they're all a light 3. This one, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I can't tell you for sure where it came from. I'm thinking that one might be fingering weight. I believe that one is fingering weight. It's thinner than the others. That's okay. There's a pattern or whatever for both fingering weight or a thicker yarn. This one, I don't know. I think this, yes, I do. I think this one was this craft or that I got at one of my most recent fiber festival in Charlotte. She had mystery bags of little minis, and I think I picked up this one there. It has no tag, no label, but I think that's where this one came from. Almost looks like it should have gone with Frogget, but it doesn't. So this is from this craft or that. This one is. I love this one. I think I'm actually going to start with this one because I want the first little hat to just be fun. This one came from a Southern Skeins Advent from 2 years ago. And I didn't use up all of the colors. I used a lot of them, but I didn't use all of them. I had this one left over. So I have quite a different, and I thought these two could go together. Like if I wanted to do the one with the brim, I could maybe do the hat this color and the brim in this color, you know, something like that. And then I have a ball of Kobu which is an off-white, in case we want to do some brims with that. So I have 2 size hooks. I got 2. Normally I use a 4 for my DK weight yarns, but I did pick up a 375, which, oh, and I know what I forgot. I just saw it. The video's playing in front of me, and I just saw what I forgot. I forgot my little pom-poms. Shoot, I forgot the pom-poms. She's got a stitch marker too, but I don't know if I'm going to need a stitch marker. I don't think I'll need a stitch marker. Anyhow, so that's what we're up to today. And we're going to see if we can make us a little cute little hat. I'll have to get a pom-pom for the top later, which I'm just going to use like the little pom-poms that come in the bags. I'm just going to use one of those. She shows you how to sew it on. I don't know if I'm going to sew it or just glue it on top. I don't know. But we are going to make the ribbed beanie. So there are 2 different versions of beanies. There is a ribbed beanie. Let me show you this picture real quick, if I can. Let's see. Oh, that's not a good view. But there's a ribbed one, and then there's just a crocheted in the round beanie. So if you know anything about making the ribbed beanies or ribbed pumpkins, you basically make a rectangle and you do ribbing, which is front, back post. Okay. And we'll show you how to do that in a second. And then you just cinch it up and you got yourself a hat, right? Got yourself a hat. All right. So I hope somebody's going to make a little beanie with us because, I mean, look at, they're adorable. See? So like these, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. These over here are the ribbed ones, the pink, the teal, the green, all 4 of those are ribbed. And these 2 are made in the round. So round and around and around. So that's why they have the brim and, well, these have a brim, but they don't have a different color brim, if that makes sense. All right. So I'm just going to go with the one I like the best. I'm just going with this one. I'm going to start with that guy because I think it is a beautiful color. Now, 3.75 or 4. How tight do I want it? How small do I want it? One would be bigger, one would be smaller, a little bit. Let's go with the 3.75 and see how it works. So, decision made. Decision is made. All right, so we start with a slip knot on our hook. Just a slip knot. No magic rings, nothing like that. Just a nice little slip knot. And we're going to chain 15. Okay, so let me get a slip knot on here. And we're going to chain 15. All right, here we go. I got to count for this part, you know that. This is going to be pretty. All the speckles in this and stuff. This is going to be really pretty. All right, so we got our chain 15. Now, if you chain more, it's going to make your hat taller. If you want a bigger hat, you do more chains. All right. If you want a wider hat, you would make this rectangle longer. So depending on whatever size you start with, however many chains will determine how tall your hat's going to be. Ours is going to be about that big, right? After we fold up our brim, it's going to be about that big right there. So it's a little tiny guy, and it's going to be super cute. So, all right. So there we have it. 15 chains. Now, oh, she's still talking about stuff, and I don't know what she's talking. Oh, she's showing how she's folding up her brim here. Yep. We're going to fold up the bottom is going to be our brim. So there's going to be the size of our hat. You can fold up as much as you want for your brim, truly, right? Okay. Now, this I'm not going to do because I don't ever go in the back bump of my chains. I don't like doing that. So we're going to start in the second chain from the hook, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch across. All right. But I am not going in the back bump. I'm just going in the front. I'm just going in the regular spot for these, because that back bump thing, I don't know how people do that. I really don't. I can't do it. So anyhow, it works out just fine. I should end up with 14 when I'm done, correct? 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right. Okay. What do we do next? I bet I'm going to just guess we're going to chain one and turn. That's my guess. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, we have to watch a commercial. One moment, please, as we watch a detergent commercial. All right. She's still doing her, she's still doing her things in the back bump thing, bub. Did I miss her? Oh no, single crochet, back loop, each stitch across. Okay, come on. Finish that up, girl. Come on. Finish that up. Let's go, let's go. She's on her last stitch. Hang on. That's the thing about watching a video tutorial. You gotta either fast forward or, yeah. Okay. Now, what does she say to do? She's got a stitch marker in her first stitch. I don't need to do that. Now she's describing stitches for you, where the back loop is. Okay. I know where the back loop is. I got the back loop. Yep. All right. So just what I thought. We're going to single crochet, turn your work. All right. And then you're going to put a single crochet in the back loop of each of these stitches. So you should get 14 when we're done. All right. This is going to be pretty. Hi, Shannon. There's 7. Shannon made snowflake ornaments. They're really cute. I like them. She put them in the Facebook post. I like those. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I missed a stitch down here. I thought I did. I really, really did. I really, really did. I missed one here. Hang on. There. Now I got that other stitch. Now we should get 14. Now we should get 14 on the way back. Oh boy. What are you guys up to today besides, hanging out here with me? What have you been doing? Anything fun, exciting? Tell me what you've been up to. There we go. 12, 13, and 14. Now my last stitch, of course they want you to go in the back loop still, but on my ends, I always like to go through both stitches whenever I'm doing a ribbing like this. I think it just makes a nicer edge and it gives it a little more stability, okay? They were easy to make. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Dawn. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Michelle's making candy. Yum. I don't think I've ever made candy in my life. That seems complicated to me, making candy. Now, I'm certain at some point she's just going to tell us to keep doing the same thing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Here's another ad. Now these people are eating s'mores. We're making little mini beanie ornaments. They're going to be super cute. Super cute. And they got all of their supplies to make their s'mores at Meijer. Oh, okay. So she's showing us, yes. Showing us her hat again. Okay. Chain 1 and turn and do this for a total of 14 rows. Now, is it going to be critical that it's 14 rows exactly? No. That's just what she is doing hers at, is 14 rows. So 14 rows total, this would already be 2, right? Because she says total. She said not 14 more. She says 14 rows total. So I don't know. That could be a little clearer, and maybe it is clearer when she's talking, but anyhow, we're just gonna do like 14 rows, and we'll see how this turns out when we get our 14 rows in here. See, it's gonna be super easy, super quick. Maybe I can even get 2 done today. What do you think? I did finish my other tree from last week. It turned out really cute. I like the little trees. Yesterday, I started working on another small thing, which is a mushroom lip balm holder. So, have you seen the lip balm holders? They're just like a crocheted tube you can put your lip balm in. And this one has a mushroom on the top, and it slides up a chain. So you can get your lip balm out. Super cute. I've got the top of the mushroom done. Well, except for putting my spots on. I've put the spots on still. But I have the top done, and I'm working on the tube. And it's just single crochet around, single crochet around. Around and around. And around and around, right? You do a little, you do one round of back loop to make it have like an actual round base at the bottom. You do that by doing a round of back loop stitches, but it's super cute. And then, of course, once you look on Pinterest for, well, that kind of came up on its own, but if you go look for lip balm holders, oh my goodness, there are so many. There's some really cute ones too. There's some really cute flowers. There's some that would be easier than all the single crochets around. But there's just a ton. Lots of cute things. I have heard people that sell lip balm holders by the dozens. They just, like, they do markets, and every time they do a market, they sell just a bunch of them. So I'm like, well, let me try to make a couple. My mushroom's purple. It's just what was out. It's really just the yarn that was out. I didn't go searching to find purple. Anyhow, so I have a purple mushroom top. No, I don't think I have seen those, Sherry. They sound cute, though. A handbag. All I know is that I don't want to do that sweater again. I don't ever want to do that sweater again. There are other sweater patterns out there. I might try a different sweater pattern, but not that one. That one was way, way too confusing. Handbags would be fun. Are they just like a little square, kind of, as my grandma would have called it, a pocketbook? Is it a little pocketbook? I don't know why, but the last couple weeks, my grandma has come up so many times for so many different reasons. It's just very interesting how that's happened. Just in conversations about things, grandma pops up. I don't know why, but I don't even remember all of the reasons I've talked about her, but oh, you make them all the time? Oh, the candy. So what is it? Can you explain to us what the candy is? What's in it? Is it chocolate? Is it a hard candy? Coconut? Dale doesn't like coconut. I can't do anything with coconut in it. He does not like coconut. Interesting, huh? So I'm going to turn you. You're a little... It's always hard to position this laptop so that you can see what I'm doing. I've been working hardcore on my stripy, wavy sweater. Yeah. After I had to rethink the sleeves, and then I had to rethink them again, which required tearing out both sleeves. I'm getting them back together. That's where I'm at. Putting the sleeves back together. I have one that's done. I'll say it's done unless I need to add some more of this new color to the top of it, which is actually the armpit. If I need to add some more, I have some more of that yarn I could add to lengthen my sleeve a little bit. So one is to the point where it's finished, we'll call it. And the other one, I'm getting to the point where it's about halfway back together. I want that sweater done so bad, you guys. It just seems like it's taken forever. And it shouldn't have taken forever, really. It's not that hard. But when I hit the sleeves and I had problems with running out of the yarns, it was just like things just kind of come grinding to a halt. You know what I mean? So, but yesterday we went to the gym. We haven't gone to the gym since weather got nice outside. But we decided we needed to go to the gym and actually do some of the machines, for strength and whatnot. So we went to the gym. After the gym, things were different yesterday with the grandkids. Instead of picking them up at 12:30, they had a field trip yesterday, which they kind of shortened a little bit because of the heat yesterday. The heat index here was well over 100. So we ended up having to pick them up at 2:30, which really wasn't 2:30. It was actually closer to 3 o'clock. But so we only had them for a couple hours. But so we drove to the gym. I crocheted. We drove to pick them up. I crocheted. I crocheted while we waited for the bus. I crocheted on the way home until I ran out of my yarn. I didn't take that much yarn with me. I took several of the little balls because all of the sleeves are just little balls now, where I had to tear them all out. So I took several balls, but I used up everything I had just riding around yesterday. Used up everything that I'd taken with me. I could have done more, but, I ran out of my yarns that I was using. So that was a good thing. I made progress. I worked on it this morning for a little bit. Got another stripe done. I'm getting there. I'm over halfway. I am over halfway. So it shouldn't be too much longer. A few more days, I should be able to have both sleeves done. And then I'll see if I need to add any more to them. Like I've said, and if you watched my Christmas in July video, I've said that if I even got like a 3/4 length sleeve or something, I'd be fine with that. I would be totally fine with that. So if they're not full length sleeves, I'm good. And I don't like sleeves that are really long to begin with. I don't, because they just get in my way. And then I'm always pushing my sleeves up, or I roll my sleeves up. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday, maybe the day before. I was wearing my hexie cardi around in the house because with the air conditioning on in the house, it gets a little chilly. So I was wearing my hexie cardigan, and I definitely have the cuffs on my hexie cardigan rolled up. I have a little cuff rolled up, so I don't like them super short. Peanut butter, marshmallows, butterscotch. So peanut butter and butterscotch and marshmallows and chow mein noodles. Do you just like melt everything, or do you melt, or you don't melt anything? Does it all just stick together because of the peanut butter? Is that how that works? Look how pretty this is, you guys. That would be gorgeous as like a full hank of yarn. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if she still has it. It's called Mermaid Aura. It's really pretty. Huh. She'll probably be at the show tomorrow. It's a local show to us. She'll probably be there selling some yarn. I could ask her tomorrow. Be like, hey, do you still have Mermaid Aura? I mean, most hand dyers, they know how to reproduce a color. You know what I'm saying? I'm certain I'm not near 14 yet, but I'm going to count after this row just to see how far I am. I could be 10, possibly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa. That's 14. That does not look big enough to make a hat. Let's test her. Let's test her out. Sew them up. Yeah, see, that does not look big enough to make a hat. Maybe we need 16. Okay, hang on. Let me check. Let me check the video. Let's see. I might do 2 more rows. Let's see. What's she saying? She's showing us where to put our hook when we're coming along. Oh, now she's advertising for her pumpkin pattern. No, she wants 14. Okay. No, not 16. So let's count her again. Let's count her again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need one more row. One more row. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do one more row. See, that was quick, wasn't it? Quick and easy. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, our local yarn store is going to be at the Fiber Festival tomorrow because they dye their own yarn. So they'll be there with their line of yarn, many colors. And she's making a special color for the show, which is always fun when hand dyers make a special color just for the show. I love that. All right, there's my last row. Now, let's look at her. Let's look at her. She said, fold your piece in half. Okay, and that'll be about how wide your hat will be. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. And then imagine, the brim's gonna fold up. Here, let's just fold this. Let's do this. And then let's do this. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. And then we cinch it up at the top. Oh, that's gonna be so cute. Okay. I mean, I can pretty much tell what's gonna happen now. We're gonna have to sew this thing together. Oh, no, she's slip stitching it together. Okay. Yeah. She said single crochet, but the thing says slip stitch at the top. What is she going to do? She's going to slip stitch. That's funny. She keeps saying single crochet, but she's slip stitching, and then she writes on the screen, no, slip stitch, slip stitch. I listened to somebody the other day. It was hilarious, you guys. It was hilarious. I'd never ever watched this person before, and she was talking about. So we're slip stitching. Go through a loop on each side. Go through a loop on the other side. If you want to go through the inside loop, it makes a neat little pattern. But anyhow, this lady was talking about her projects, and she was going to try to finish 3 projects in the video. And so she starts talking about the first one, and she's talking about how she ran out of string. And she just keeps saying, I ran out of string. Kept calling it string, string, string. But every time she did that, she put on the screen yarn. Like, she corrected. Sorry, I did this wrong. I missed a couple stitches or something, and it was not lining up properly. And she must have done it like 4 times. She was just like, string. And then she'd type on the screen, yarn. And then her little words on the screen started getting a little more adamant, like, why do I keep saying string? It's yarn. Just laughing. It was the funniest thing. Why do you keep calling it string through the whole little segment? She kept calling it string. It was funny though. She made a couple of neat tops though. That's why there's so many things that I want to make, and I'm stuck on one project. My wavy sweater. I did finish the other sweater. You gotta give that one to me. I finished the other sweater. And that sweater fits really nice. And it turned out really, really good, I think. I'm happy with it. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. I was listening to her. She's like, I just like to take my time. And I go in and I just grab a loop from each side and just, take my time with it. I'm like, yep, I get you. I gotcha. Now, of course, down here at the end, I'm going to grab all the loops. All right. So we are slip stitched together. That's what our hat's looking like. Melt the butterscotch chips and the peanut butter. Yum. Then the marshmallow. It sounds really good. Do they call them haystacks or something? Am I thinking of the right thing? Do they call them haystacks? That seems familiar to me, but I don't know. Maybe she said up above. Did she say up above what they are? Hopscotch candy. Hopscotch. Butterscotch. Hopscotch. All right. Okay. I'm slip stitched together there, girlfriend. I'm slip stitched together. What are we doing now? We're gonna fasten off. Okay. Yep. Okay, hang on. Let me finish this off. This one you need to leave a little bit of an end because this is what we're going to cinch up the top of the hat with. So we're going to leave us a bit of an end to sew this up and cinch the puppy up. Yep, okay, I thought so. Haystacks, yeah. Haystacks. Well, they sound yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. Now, you got it sewn up. This one we're just going to have to weave in at some point here. This was so fast, right? So fast. Okay, how does she do this? I know how I would do it, but let's see what she's going to do. Yep. Okay. It's just like closing up any hole that you've made, like an amigurumi toy or anything. You just go into the yarn, grab your top loop or two loops, and just go through them. Back and forth through the loops. Through the loop, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You see what I'm doing? Back and forth. I'm going down one, up one, just in and out. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Trouble's coming into... Yep, big boys here. And then look, this is like magic. look what happens. You pull your string and voila, look what happens. Look what happens. We cinch up the top. We cinch up the top. Makes the top of our hat. Pull your string, cinch it up tight, and then I would sew a few more. Yep, she's going to as well. Oh, no, she's just going straight through and down. No jumping up on me right now, dude. Now see, I'm gonna. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna do what she's doing. We're just going down all the way through. Hey, Boober. You can't jump up here on me right now. No, you can't. Pull that through. And we're going to knot it inside. So she flip this inside out here a little bit, which is not easy to do. This little tiny baby hat. So this is the inside. So here's where, if you wanted to, you could run this through the top here a little bit more, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go through there, and then I'm going to run through here and knot it. Uh-oh, here comes the boy. Boy. Oh, boy, kitty. He's up behind the monitor. We can't be having that now, can we? And knot it. Okay, there. Make it secure. And clip off that. All right. And then we're inside out still. We got our one tail down here. So I'm going to weave in this tail. Speaking of tails, this is funny. I have a tail sticking out from underneath my monitor. A big, fluffy tail sticking out underneath the monitor. Onto the keyboard. Dude, what are you doing back there? Huh? What are you doing? What? Yeah, they went out this morning. Him and Misty did not stay out long because, it's hot out there. They went out, they played for a little bit, and they wanted back in. Sonny came in for a minute, and he went back out. All right. It's not as cute without the pom-pom. It really isn't as cute without the pom-pom. Look, it's a thumb warmer. That's what I got. Look, I have a thumb for a pair of mittens or something. Hi. You can't step on the computer. No, don't step on the laptop. That won't go over well. No. Come here. Oh, big boy. Oh, a big boy. There he is. Hey. Oh yeah. He's like, yeah, that's what that's for. That is for my paw. I know it is, right? It's for my paw. It would almost fit your paw. All right, I'm going to have to put him out and close the door. All right. I'll see you later, okay? I shall see you later. Yeah. You just hang out up there. All right? He's like, oh, that was so much fun, though. I didn't want to leave. I haven't seen Hawks in a few days. It's very weird. All right, so then you just fold this up and it makes your little brim. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. Look how cute it is, right? Look how cute that is. And then imagine how cute it is with the pom-pom on the top. The pom-pom will just be like the cat's meow, right? That'll be the cat's meow. That is too cute. Look how easy that was to make, too. Super easy, super fun. And it's just a little baby hat. It's so cute. So cute. You can make the brim as tall as you want. I mean, because all you're doing is folding it. Just fold it up, right? Yeah. The pom-pom, we'll just add everything it needs. The little pom-pom on the top. Super cute. And then you put a little hook on there, and you can hang that on your tree. Cute. I love it. All right. And I love that yarn. I really, really like this yarn. Okay. We're going to go on to, I'm going to do my next one in this color. And then this is going to be my brim. So we're going to try the other one and see if we can get the other one done too. So the other one goes in the round. Make it in the round, in the round, in the round. Okay. So she's just showing us how to sew on the pom-pom at this point. And then, of course, after she sews in her pom-pom, she uses the yarn that she used to sew on the pom-pom to make a loop so you can have something to hang your hat from. So I guess it is a good idea to sew it in. You could always just tie a string in there too. You know what I mean? All right. Now we're going to do the accent cuff beanie. What is she starting with? Is she starting with the hat or the... She's starting with the brim. Your hook. How would that be your hook? If it's the brim. I don't know. Brim's on the opposite side of the hook. No, she's starting at the top of the hat. Yeah, we're starting at the top of the hat here. All right. This is a top-down beanie. Top-down beanie. If you ever made a beanie, you'll know you can make them top-down, or you can make them bottom up, or you can do them ribbed or whatever. So this is a top-down. So it starts with a magic loop. So this one starts with a magic loop. Oh, she said leave a long tail, though, because that's going to be our hanger. Okay. Let me try that again. My magic loop down here. All right. And what do? We put 6 half doubles. Oh, that's interesting. We put 6 half doubles. No, she did not start with a magic loop. What did she do? She start with a chain? Hang on, let me go back. I thought I knew what she was doing, but oh, nope, she did not start with a magic ring. Okay. She started with a slip stitch. Slip stitch. There we go. And chain 2. 1, 2. Then she put 6 half doubles in that first chain. So there's 2 of them. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. And there's 6 half doubles. Okay. We got that part now. We got 6 half doubles. Oh, that's not my center pull. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. 6 half doubles in the first chain.
That way I know what I made up on my rim. So that's our first one. So again, yarn over. It's 2, 6. Got this first one apart.
She's very detailed. I will tell you, if you need to know how to find where you're supposed to put your stitches and all that stuff, she gives you a real lesson on that. 2, 3, 4, 6. We join to the first one we made. and chain 1. So she's basically doing how pretty much every little origami project I've ever worked on starts out. You start with 6 stitches, sometimes it's 8, and then you increase each stitch as you go. So you put 2 in each stitch. Instead of using single crochets, which is what most amigurumi does, she's using half doubles. So I really do wish I had a stitch marker here, but I don't. So there's my first stitch, and there's my second half double, okay? What I am going to do, though, is I am going to just run this little strand of yarn through there to mark that stitch. That'll be my stitch marker. Okay, that's my stitch marker. Now you go to your next stitch, and you put 2 half doubles in the next stitch. So there's 1. That stitch marker yarn wants to be in my way though. There's 2. Then you go to the next stitch and you do 2 half doubles in the next stitch. There's 1 and there's 2. We're up to 6 stitches. Now we do 2 more in the next one, so that's 7 and 8. And then the next stitch we do 2 more, so that is 9 and 10. And then our last stitch we do 2 more, that's 11 and 12. So now we have 12 stitches. All right, 12 stitches around. And my guess is we are going to go and join to that stitch that has our little stitch marker in it. And now look, we got this cute itty bitty little ring. Isn't it, darling? We got a little ring. Okay. What do you suppose we do next? I have a guess, but I'll see what she says. I bet we're going to increase and get to round 3. Join with a slip stitch. Yep. And then we got an add. Okay, then we got an add. Oh, no, we're not increasing again. Okay, so I'm going to pull that out. We're going to chain 1, and we're just going to half double in each stitch around. So you have to include that first one. So that's 1. Hang on, let me put my thing. Hang on, I'm going to do it in my next. There's 2. There's 3. I'm not going to put that string in there. 4. Oh, that didn't go well. There we go. 4. 5. 6. Come on. Dang it, I keep getting too many loops here. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And then join with a slip stitch to the first stitch we had. Look, now we got a curly mess here. So we got to curl it the other way because it wants to curl in on us. Okay, so we're joined. Got it. Now, okay, this is easy. For rounds 3 through 5, so 3, 4, and 5, 3 more rounds, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do 12 stitches around. Join, chain 1. So here's my chain 1. And then we're going to just do 12 stitches around. This goes really fast. There's 11 and there's 12. Okay, join with a slip stitch, chain 1. That was the first one. Shannon, I don't know. I could tell you in a minute, but okay, that was my second one. So we're going to join again. Chain 1. Look at it. This thing's cute. These are so cute. I love these. This one goes really fast, though. This one is super fast. Oops, I went all the way through to the other side of my hat. Didn't want to do that. Now, if you wanted your hat to be bigger, you could increase some more. You know what I'm saying? You could increase another round and it would make your hat like bigger around if you wanted to. This one's going to be it's going to be kind of little, but it's going to be cute. So let's see what we do after this. All right, what's she doing? What's she doing? I think she's just continuing. Did I miss something? I feel like I've missed something. No. Sorry. Patterns are sometimes so much easier. Okay, that's it. We're going to have to do the brim now, but that's it for the hat. Okay, so I'm going to join where that chain 1 was, and I'm going to fasten this off. You cut your main color and you fasten it off. Now what? Now I got a woobles ad. Come on, I don't need no woobles ad. I missed what we're doing here. Cut your main yarn. I cut my main yarn. Then the woobles ad interrupted me. Cut our main yarn. Oh, and join our contrasting color there with a slip stitch. Okay, I need my contrasting color. Oh, I got a bunch of contrasting color. Okay, so she's just joining it right here in that slip stitch where we slip stitched. Okay, so we're joining. And then what? For rounds 6 through 8, we chain 1 and 1/2 double in each stitch around. Okay, so we're joined. I'm going to grab my 2 ends. I like to do this. Here's my 2 ends. Here's my main color that I have fastened off. Here's the end to my new contrasting color. Okay, I'm going to tug those nice and tight as I start to crochet so I can crochet over those. When I'm nice and tight there, hold them. This takes like 5 hands, right? I'm going to hold those nice and tight in here. I'm going to do my chain 1 And then I'm going to go in and do my first half double and make sure I go over those ends. So that's 1. Go over my ends again. That's 2. Go over. That's 3. Now I'm going to give them a tug again. Okay, I'm going to give them a nice little tug, not yank on it, but you know, a nice little tug. So that's 3 stitches. That's 4. And that's 5. And that's 6. We're halfway there. And 7. And you know what I'm going to do right now? Because these are kind of getting in my way a little bit. I'm going to snip those off right here. Because I have crocheted over them enough. I'm going to go snip off both of those ends. There we go. Goodbye. Okay. Done. Out of my way. I thought we were going to do some sort of a ribbing or something here, but we're not. This is going to be our brim. This goes super fast. You could make a million of these. The possibilities are endless, right? Okay, there's our first round. We're back around. See? There it is. And how many rounds do I need to do? 2 or 3? I can't remember what she said. 2 or 3. Let's see. 3. 6, 7, and 8. So slip stitch into your beginning, chain 1, and then start with your half doubles again. You don't even really need a stitch marker for these because these half doubles are so much taller, you can tell where they start. And there's 12. Hi, Jody. How's Jody today? You guys got any big plans for the weekend? Anybody doing anything exciting? I already told you what I'm doing. There's 9, 10, 11, and 12. I bet you that's the end. We're going to slip stitch and probably fasten this off because I can't imagine that there's anything else to do at this point besides fasten this off, fold up our brim, add a pom-pom, right? Oh, she confused me. She told us in the last direction to do 3 rounds, but now she just said do 2 more rounds because she did the whole first round with us. And then she set you off on your own to do 2 more rounds. There's only a total of 3 for the brim. 3 rounds for the brim. All right. Yep, and fasten this puppy off. We fasten off. And weave in your ends. Fasten off, weave in. Don't weave in that other end though, because the other end is for our hanger. Just weave in this one here, which I would do if I could get the whole strand of yarn through here. I can't get the whole thing through the needle because it's splitting. Got part of it, and that's not going to work. Part doesn't work. There's the hanger part. The hanger's irritating me. All right. I'm just going to go down through here a little bit inside. I mean, this is not something that needs to be, woven back and forth 12 times because, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Oh, actually, you should do it on the other side because the other side is going to be the inside after we fold up our brim. That'll be the inside. And the inside will be the outside. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Snip that off. Fold up our brim. It's not easy to fold up the little brim. It's tight. It's tight. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think if I made more of these with DK weight yarn, I'd probably use a 4mm hook just to make these a little bit bigger because they're little. They're very, look at this one. Oh, goodness. Isn't that cute, though? It's too cute. Right, Shannon? Dale's been out weeding this morning, and I'm like, no, it's too hot. I don't want anything to do with it. It's way too hot out there. Way too hot. Okay. Now, this is going to be our hanger. And I'm assuming, I mean, it needs to be up at the other end of the hat. So I'm just going to run it up here. But we need a pom-pom still. We still need a pom-pom, right? So that'll be our hanger. I'm just doing a little, I do a little weaving in here because, okay. And I really don't like doing the chain. I mean, okay, it's going to be covered with a pom-pom. I don't like doing the chain start because, look, I have a hole from the chain, right? And it just doesn't want to tighten down like a magic ring would. A magic ring, you could get that thing to tighten closed. So, I mean, the pom-pom will cover that, but that's one of the advantages for using a magic ring. So, anyhow, yeah, it is what it is now. And nobody will see it. And nobody will know but me. But I'm going to run that right up that hole. So it's coming out right out the top of that hole. There it is. Yeah, it's itty bitty. Now I'm curious. I'm going to see what happens if we do one with a 4mm hook. Shannon's going. Kathy's, I know, isn't it cute, Kathy? It's so cute. I'm going to try another fun yarn. I think I can remember. Oh, that's the fingering weight. Let's not do that one. Let's do this color. Let's do this. Let's use our frogget. Frogget. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I'm going to start it with a magic ring, though. Because, like I said, I can get it to fasten down. I got 20 minutes. What do you think? Think we can do this in 20 minutes? Is somebody going to remind me what I did? Oh, she did half doubles. So let's just do half doubles in the magic ring. It'll be fine. Never done that before, but it'll be fine. There's 3 of them. There's 4. And there's 5. And there's 6. Now let's fasten down our magic ring here. And we'll see how tight we can get that. See, magic ring just tightens so much nicer. All right. Now, slip stitch into that first stitch. Chain 1 and do 2 half doubles in that stitch. So there's 1, there's 2, do 2 in the next one, that's 3, and that's 4, and then 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8, and then 9 and 10, and 11 and 12. Okay, that got us up to our 12 stitches. Slip stitch back into the first one, chain 1. Now, I still have a hole. See my hole? But look, I can cinch that puppy down and my hole disappears. Now, the key to keeping the hole closed is to take this end and really sew it back and forth on the back of that so that that can't come undone. All right, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we do like 3 rounds of half doubles? Yes, we did 3 rounds of half doubles around. We didn't increase anymore. We could increase again and make it bigger. But this is already a lot bigger than it was. What if we do that? I'm gonna increase again. So that means in the first stitch you do 1 half double, and in the next you do 2, and then you do 1, and then you do 2, and you do 1, and then you do 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You like my counting skills? They're wonderful, aren't they? And 2. Okay, now let's go into our first stitch, chain 1, and then we're just going to half double all the way around. We should have 18. Should I count? I don't know. I trust myself. I've been doing a lot of these little circles because, like I said, almost every amigurumi thing you start, little animal critter that has a head or anything, they all start this way. And then depending on how big your object's going to be, you just keep doing increases. But you start doing more spaces. So like the next one would be single crochet in 2 and then do an increase. And the next round would be single crochet in 3 and then an increase all the way around. So that's how that works. Okay, there. Now we got our little curl here. See, we got our curl. Okay, that was our first round. Those were increases. No, those were not increases. I'm done increasing. Man, I have a hard time getting in this stitch to do the slip stitch. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Yeah, this one's getting quite a bit bigger. There's nothing wrong with it being bigger, right? This will be Daddy's hat. Okay, we're back around. I do like okay, so you can see this one is a little more holy. See what I mean? A little more holy, a little more open using the 4mm hook, where this one is pretty tight. You can't really see through the stitches. This one you can see through them a little more. So, you know, maybe using the 3.75 is the way to go. You can still make it bigger by adding that row of increases, which is what I did. So it would be bigger just because of that, but wonder what Dale's going to do all day tomorrow. I don't know. Oops. Okay, we're going to fasten off here, but I'm going to add a color for my my brim. Where's the end? Where's the end? Where's the end? We're going to put this cream colored brim on here, so I'm just going to attach my cream here. All right. Let me get the ends I need over here. Pull them tight. And make sure I'm going over both of the strands. There's one. Didn't we just do 2 rounds of this brim? Was it 2 or was it 3 again? Anybody remember? Was it 2 or 3 for the brim? Who remembers? Quiz time. Who remembers? 2 or 3 for our brim? Okay, I'm going to pull those ends snug, and then I'm going to snip them off. Get them out of our way. Snip you and snip you. All right. How many stitches do I have here? I got 18. I think I did 1 too many in my last round. So I'm going to, I got 2 stitches left. I'm going to just put them together as one. I did too many in my last round. See, I didn't count. Should always count. Got all kinds of stuff here now. Got all my loose ends trying to come into my project. There's 15, we're almost done. 16, 17, 18. Now, was it 2 rounds? Let's say, was it 2? Or was it 3? Was it 2 or was it 3? It's so hard to tell. It was 3. I gotta do another round. I gotta do one more round. What's it look like if I turn up my brim? Yeah, I gotta do one more round. I need one more. Sorry. Thought I was done. All right. We can whip out one more round here real quick, like, can't we? Okay. Yeah, this one got quite a bit bigger. Get off there. We're at 14. We're almost done. Said that last time, didn't I? There's 16, 17, 18. I'm going to slip stitch into that and pull up a little loop here. Cut it off. Tie it off. Let me sew in my end. Oh, it's still attached to the other hat. Sew in my end here. And then we'll flip this up and make us a brim. This was super fast. Super fast. We'll see you tomorrow, Michelle. Look how quick this was. Seriously. I said I had 20 minutes and I didn't even come close to using 20 minutes, did I? Okay. Cut that off. So all these need are pom-poms. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though? I didn't make my string very long. I did not. For the loop at the top, I didn't make that very long. Oh, dear. And I told you I was going to, let me flip this inside out because I'm going to tug this really tight and I am going to go through these stitches at that magic ring so that it can't open up. Keep my magic ring nice and tight. Okay. I can always add another piece of yarn to make the hanger. I'm not worried about that. All right. Do one more. I can get it through there. Okay, come on. Come on. The end of this needle is really big and those stitches are really small. Okay, while I'm here, run it up through the top. I'll flip it all inside out now. Okay, now it looks like a bell. I could still make a little hanger out of that. All I gotta do is pull it back through and tie it. I can do that. Flip up our little brim and voila. There's another little beanie. One more beanie done. I did 3 beanies today, you guys. I got 3. Look at, I got this big long string. I got a hair too. The hair is driving me crazy. All right, all these little strings go over here. Strings over there so we can show the people our hats. All right, so here's the first one. Cute, right? Super cute. Okay. Put a little pom-pom on there. Here's the first one. Well, look how much bigger that got. Whoa, that got so much bigger. Yeah, that got much bigger. So 2 things. I could either not do another round of increases, but change the hook. Or here's what I would probably do. I would probably do the increases like I did on this one, but do it all with a smaller hook. I might try another one like that. Now, the other thing I would like to do, honestly, is I would like to try to use this yarn here, which is a fingering weight yarn. It's definitely thinner than that. So when she used fingering weight yarn, she used 2 strands of this. And look, it didn't use that much yarn for any of these. I mean, I barely put a hole in that. They're super cute. This one is super quick and easy. I mean, this was fast. I mean, you still got to put the pom-poms on. And, you know, you can sew the pom-poms on or you can glue the pom-pom on. I'm tempted to just glue it on. Although your little hanging thing, your little hanging yarn, well, you don't want it coming right out the top of your pom-pom, though, either. And then there's the ribbed one. He's kind of like a tall hat. Maybe you can just, okay, what if we did more rib? Let's fold up more ribbing and see what happens. Do another row. Oh, he's cuter that way. Oh, here. Let's block it. We'll stretch it, block it out. That is super cute, though. Look at them. There's my 3 little hats. Aren't they adorable? Look, they're all different sizes. Small, medium, large. They're super cute. I'll post a picture on Instagram when I add my pom-poms. And I do think I'm just going to glue them. I think gluing them will just be the easiest thing to do. And then just like this, I can take this yarn, put it back down through the center here. I'm going to go off center. I'm going to go like sort of in the back. You know what I mean? Pull it down in. Okay, hang on. Well, that's not going to work because I don't have an end inside to tie it to. I could. No, I need another piece of yarn. This is not long enough. That's just not going to work. It's not long enough. Okay, I got an idea though. Let's just take us a piece of yarn like this. I'm going to cut it pretty long. Cutting it long, folks, cutting it long. I'm going to go from the inside. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go on the back side because there's definitely a seam. Okay, this is our back side. Go in the back of the magic ring. I'm going to go up. And then I'm going to come back down next to it. Right there. Okay, now, how long do I want the hanger to be? That seems plenty long to me, right? And then you just knot this inside. Knot it. Knot it, knot it, knot it. Don't pull that first one too tight, otherwise you'll pull your string. Okay, do one more. And then I have my hanger. And so it's kind of at the back. So it's going to kind of hang forward a little bit. If you don't like that, hang it in the front. And we'll hang backwards. I don't know. Put it right in the middle. Maybe we put it right up the hole. We can do that. Hang on. Can I do this? Can I untie it? That's the question. Can I untie what I knotted? Oh, I don't know. I know. Decorate a whole tree with them. Think of all the possibilities, all the fun, pretty yarns you could use. I mean, You don't have to just go traditional, Christmas colors and whatnot. I love the purpley one. And I really want to try using this pink. Next week, we're going to make stockings. So it's the same kind of a concept. Okay, let's see. You just have to play with this a little bit so that it'll hang the way you want it to hang. You know what I mean? I think I got... You can't go right through the hole. If you go right through the hole, your knot's just going to come right back out. You know what I'm saying? Just get right there. I went behind the hole, and that wasn't going to work. It wasn't. Oh, how did you get through my... One of them got through my brim. How'd you go through the brim? Darn it. Because I couldn't see what I was doing from that side, apparently. Okay, you're over here. And you then come right over here. Not through the brim this time, right? No. Okay. Now let's see. Now let's tie it and see what we think. What do we think this time? Yeah. Okay, I did them way far apart. I didn't realize they're that far apart. But they are. Oh, hang on. Okay. I got 3 strings here I'm trying to deal with, and I don't want the one. The one I don't want. The other one is from before. I'm only going to knot this once so I can play with it. Okay, let's see what we think now. This is just something you tinker with until you figure out, how you want it. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. It's not dropping forward now. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, right? Super cute. Okay. Well, if you want to join us next week and make some stockings, we're going to make little itty bitty stockings next week. So, well, maybe we're not. Are we done? Next week is like August. How did we get to August already? Maybe we're going back to the sweater. I'm going to try to make the stockings. Yeah, next week will be, it is next week. Next week will be the 1st of August. I mean, we could do it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll ask Angie what she wants to do. I'll let you know. But these were fun. Which one was your favorite? Which one would you do if you were going to do one? I think they're all just cute, 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 right? Cute, cute, cute. All right, folks. Well, I guess that's it for now. I got to go find my pom-poms because I'm not going to put this stuff away until I get pom-poms on my hats. So, I know. They'd be quick, easy little things to make and sell, Sherry. Absolutely. Quick and easy little makes to sell. Sell them as a little... You could make them into keychains if you wanted to. You could put a little keychain on the top of them. Sell them as a keychain. Or just leave them like they are, as ornaments. Get a little hanger and just, hang it as an ornament. Let it be an ornament. I think they're adorable. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll see you guys Saturday if you come hang out Saturday. Tuesday if you read books. And next week to see what we're going to crochet. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, giving me some company while I was doing this because, that makes me get things done. Yes, it does. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.